It's fine. Oh, don't watch me.
Oh, camera's away. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Allegra Clark. And my name is Gerald Abraham. Thank you, first of all, thank you all very, very much for coming to our show. It really means a lot to me. I know you don't know us. We're from Los Angeles. We're a real-life food truck. Some of these stories are based on reality. That's where the inspiration came from. Cristina and Allegra did a fantastic, fantastic job. So did everybody else, all the VAs on this. The Japanese studio called Magic Buzz, they've been around since 1973. Everybody has done a fantastic job. I'm very, very thankful the project has come to the point it has. We did have a very limited budget, so please don't expect JJK or Attack on Titan quality, but I can assure you it will be funny, so feel free to laugh. I hope you enjoy. Little heads up, we're going to start with the Kickstarter. Cristina has a 5-minute monologue, and then after that we're going to jump right into the story.
Monologue?
What's that?
Live monologue?
Live monologue? No.
Yeah. Are you prepared? Go. It's been what, 4 years?
So, but again, if it wasn't for her, I mean, every time I see her, I say thank you, but I really, really honestly mean it, because if it wasn't for Cristina, we wouldn't have received the funding, we wouldn't have met these great voice actors. Everything you've done, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
We're going to get started, or I'm going to talk all day, so I don't want to do that. We're going to show you the Okamoto Kitchen OVA, and then we're going to jump into some Q&A with these fine ladies over here, okay? Thank you so much for coming, and we're going to start right now, all right? I'm going to stop it right there, guys. Thank you very much. You can watch the credits this Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. It'll be free on YouTube. Thank you all very, very much. I really appreciate you all coming out. We're going to have a Q&A session right now with Cristina and Allegra. The only thing I ask is if you could keep the questions pertaining to the show. I know they've worked on some, fantastic titles. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You could ask me questions, but they're obviously a lot more interesting, so please do so.
Hello, is this on? It is on! Hi guys, can you see us? I know they're on. Hi. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Also, we are going to, before this is up, we're going to do a giveaway. We've got a couple posters from the OVA, as well as Honey is going to go home with somebody, so. We have a boxed honey. Let me get the boxed honey.
Boxed honey.
Yeah, she comes in a box.
So cute.
She's small, but she's awesome.
Small but mighty.
Small but mighty.
Here we go. So, before we finish, somebody's going to go home with Honey, but for now, anybody have any questions? Hope you enjoyed. Go ahead, please, right over here.
Sure, so this was like super cool, so thank you so much. And it's exactly what I needed to watch, because like I just started an Etsy store, and it's been so hard to like get the word out, and like I hate social media, but it's like you have to do it, but then nobody notices like your stuff, so like there was a lot depicted in the OVA, but then I was also curious about like for you guys getting the word out about the OVA and like the project, like how that's going and how you guys are managing that in a way that's like still true to like the small business feel kind of thing.
Well, the main point, and you definitely got it, but the main point of the show is everybody's got a plan, and it's not always going to go their way, but that doesn't mean you have to quit. So just roll with the punches and figure out what's going to work for you is basically the story. And it sounds like you're doing that, and it's definitely not, it's not easy. It's not easy for us. It's not easy for you. But, from when we started, people didn't want us doing the business at all. I mean, those like Friendly Burgers based on real people. I mean, there's no truck called Friendly Burger. But, those are influenced by real experiences we had. What happened at LACMA really happened to us. It wasn't Mad Max, but we got hosed at our parking spots. Ling's characters, like, inspired by people we've had certain experiences with. So, regardless, that didn't stop us from trying to do what we're trying to do. And again, you all are here watching, and that's basically a testament to willpower and believing in whatever you believe in. And that goes the same for everybody. And that's basically supposed to be an inspirational piece with, that's going to be totally relatable. So, thank you for sharing your comment. That was, so far the great. It was the first comment, but it was really great. Thank you very much for saying something. I don't think I answered your question at all, by the way.
That's okay, we got you.
What's your Etsy store name?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. It's called Real Genki Wear. I make like nerdy activewear for people who work out and like go to concerts.
Yeah. Okay.
I like working out. I love working out.
And to that point, I feel like a lot of the promotion for the OVA it's been a lot of word of mouth, and I think that is a good way to promote. I mean, I know I became aware of, again, this is an actual food truck. I became aware of the actual truck. I think the first time I ever ate with you guys was at E3. You guys were parked at E3, and I think I had seen. Oh my God, I'm unlocking core memories right now. I had seen the announcement that Cristina was the voice of Haru. And then I saw the truck itself and I was like, oh man, my friend is the voice of this truck. I ought to try the food. And this was before I developed a personal relationship with Gerald. Yeah, essentially it was like oh man, I really want to try this food. So at the end of the day, word of mouth and getting support, your friends going, hey, my friend is doing this thing, you should try it. The way that things can spread out from there, the word of mouth, the web of sharing, I feel like it's an organic way to promote that still feels, true to small business and what it means to.
And when you're broke, that's the only way to promote, so.
Yeah, right.
No,
better than taking out ads on X or Twitter or whatever the hell it's called.
My piece of advice, I mean, personally.
Shorts are so cool. We're looking at it in real time.
I wear my own stuff, when I'm wearing my own,
Wait,
Yes, please.
Ooh. Okay. Well, here's some organic promotion right now. What did you say the name of your shop again?
It's called Real Genki Wear.
Real Genki Wear. And it's on Etsy, you said?
It is, yeah.
So Real Genki Wear on Etsy, guys, as homework for all of you, because I'm giving you homework now.
Can I sit down?
Yeah, no. Check out the store. Check it out. I'm definitely going to be doing it too. And Cristina, queen of working out.
I love working out.
She does love working out.
Yeah.
All the working out TikToks I see.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Your trainer's been kicking your ass.
Oh yeah, I have a great trainer. He's never had hot Cheeto. No, that's not true.
He had a hot Cheeto?
I never had a hot Cheeto.
Did he like the hot Cheeto?
Yes, and then he read me the ingredients and what they do to your body. I'm like, thank you for ruining hot Cheetos for me. I think that was possible.
I don't think I could ever function with a nutritionist telling me what I can and can't eat, because then I won't be able to enjoy food anymore, and I really like food. I like food too much. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes, over here, the Black Eagle. Oh, Huey. Yeah.
So running a food truck is certainly one thing. What inspired you to go ahead and make a show about it? What was that process?
So I'm an old man. I'm 49. Just turned 49. I've been watching anime since I was 5. And 1980, I grew up with Gatchaman, Macross, all sorts of stuff. I'm really happy to see how the scene has progressed with all of you here. The first anime expo I went to was '94, 8,000 people, and you know how big that is now. But I love anime.
An invention called Anime Expo.
I basically just love anime, and I've wanted to always be able to work with. My background is visual effects and CGI, so I personally did the CGI shots, for the show.
Wait, what?
The previous compositing and the CGI, I pretty much did all myself, and that's how we were able to do it for such a low budget.
Was that, so all of the food truck shots?
Yeah, all the food trucks.
No, Daryl, what?
I don't really like talking about it. That's pretty much my specialty and what I did. This is my first time working on anything like anime, like 2D, and my job was to make it match the 2D so there weren't jarring shots going back and forth. And if you guys didn't notice, I guess that's a good sign.
No, it looks good.
But back to your question, I just always wanted to work and do something in anime. I'm not an animator, I'm not a 2D artist. I'm good at 3D. And when the real life Chizuru and I started, she's the real life Chizuru too, but she's like.
Oh no, I'm the angry Chizuru.
But anyways, when we started the truck, and within the first 2 years, when we started, I mean, you know, I can honestly say the most underhanded experiences I've ever had came from the food truck industry. And when we were in there, I'm like, we have to make a story about this. There's just no other way. I mean, somebody has to tell this story because the customer will never ever find out, you know, like what the real backside is like, you know, because people, they're not gonna, the operators, they don't want to show that side of it. But, you know, if there is another truck, they're gonna strong arm, there's like a mafia, and there's all sorts of stuff. It's really, really dirty. So we obviously don't want to make it slice of lifey. We wanted to make it funny. We don't want everybody crying at the end. We want people laughing at the end. So that's pretty much something I always wanted to do. And luckily we had some incredible help. Cristina V, Allegra Clark, just they nailed the performances. I'm sure you guys you know, feel the same. They just did such a fantastic job. The Kickstarter, in my opinion, is what was able to get us the funding for the show as it was. I mean, it's only an OVA, but the 5-minute monologue that Cristina did and Haru's backstory, it was meant to create an emotional connection. And I think she just, you know, just did an amazing, amazing job. If it was anybody else, I don't think we would have gotten funded, to be honest.
When did the Kickstarter run? Because I think you guys brought the rest of the cast in after, correct? After the Kickstarter itself.
Cristina brought everybody besides Patrick. Patrick kind of found us and he was interested in doing Mickey, and he did a really great job. He also did you. I don't know if you know, it was really fast, that Prince of Ramen chief, and we get to see it for one shot. But he also did Yu's voice as well. Cristina brought everybody else.
Oh yeah.
She had the best suggestions. She would ask me like, well, what do you think about, well, how's this character sound? How does she act? She's like, and then, you know, it's describing like Chizuru's personality, like a little bit older, a little bit like, you know, mouthy and stuff. And she's like, oh, I know the perfect person.
Mouthy, especially that part. I just remember like in January or so of 2020.
2020?
Yeah, it was 2020. I got an email from you, because we actually recorded this in studio before the pandemic started. Getting an email from you going like, I'm interested in reading on this. And I was like, oh, that's that food truck I really like. And I think probably everyone in the cast has eaten at the truck too. Like, we all knew the food. The food's really good.
I had it at Anime Pasadena last week. Was it last weekend?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said
thank you
something
so
like,
much.
please get me Okamoto
Cristina,
Kitchen.
you told me about that. That's right. Thank you very
It's
much.
delicious. I'm
It's
sorry.
really good.
Guys, come to LA.
Yeah, come to LA, come to Okamoto Kitchen.
Well, we're gonna try to come here. That's the whole thing. Not with the truck, but with the brand in a booth like they have in the hall. We actually were invited by Levy and Food Fleet, but doing that and doing the show at once, everything would have been just utter chaos. So we just decided to do one at a time, and the plan is for us to come out next year or after. But yeah, I mean, we will. We want to feed all of you. We obviously want you to experience it. But one thing I wanted to say about meeting Allegra, so this isn't embarrassing, don't worry. I think it's just really made an incredible impression on me. And when Cristina brought Karen Strassman, is also fantastic. She brought Allegra into the studio. Allegra walks in the studio, she's like joking around for like a good 5 to 7 minutes, and I've never met this person before in my life, and she's like, just totally having a good time, like thinking, has this person even read the lines? I'm like getting worried here. It's like, I mean, she's gonna come in, and then all of a sudden she gets in that studio and then closes the door, and it's like a martial arts master, I mean, every line was like perfect on the first shot, and she studied so much, she practiced so much. I was just blown away. I was really like in awe. And that's when I really, I've always had respect for voice actors, but when I saw her change, just like literally like on a dime from her, just regular self to the character, it was just unbelievable.
Thank you.
And that was so impressive. I was just so impressed by that.
Thank you. Oh no, I'm all blushy. Yeah. Oh, you go.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
What was the question?
I don't know. You directed.
I
Cristina also
directed
did
it.
the video direction,
did we
right?
answer?
Yeah,
Did we
Oh,
answer
yeah.
your
Did we
question?
answer your question, I guess, is the question.
Anybody else have questions maybe
Wait,
for
I have a
Cristina?
question. Did Faye sing that song?
Faye sang that song.
I was gonna say
Okay.
it sounded like her voice, so I was just
Yeah.
sitting there like, it sounds like
It's
Faye.
like Faye.
Hide created the song. Hidehito Igumo created the song, and he basically wrote it so Faye could perform it. Originally, we were looking for somebody that was just a singer, and then, you know, in the end, he was like, you should, you know, Faye's doing the voice for the character, she should sing the song.
Yeah, she sang the
And
song.
she did a really, really great job. you
Yeah,
know.
she sounded so cute.
Yeah.
All right. I'm picking all the way there. You, yes, you.
Okay.
With the twist?
Yeah.
Your twist? Yeah, I like the twist.
Thank you. So my question is, as voice actors, I learned today that sound and pitch is very impactful, and like the character itself is very impactful in how you produce your voice to go around that character. How do the characters in this story here phase and how you're going to go about speaking?
Well, that's more of a voice for you. Chizuru is like
Yeah.
pretty much me.
I really wanted, see when for Haru, I was like, this is gonna be the Cristina V special. What did somebody tell me on Twitter? They said that I invented the weeaboo anime voice. I'm like, thank you.
like the voice of the weave.
So I really wanted her to sound just a very, very cute anime girl.
But like still sincere. There's
But
obviously
still
a lot of
sincere, yes.
sincerity to her.
Yeah. But man, listening back to that monologue, I'm like, this might be the longest, like, unbroken monologue in anime history, so I think we should get it in Guinness.
Yeah.
We could do it, really.
You do have to pay money to get things in Guinness.
Listen,
but-
if I get that piece of paper that says I'm in Guinness, god dang.
Right? And yeah, for Chizuru, it was more less about voice and more about intensity. It's like the perspective, and it's honestly with her, it's like a lot of, like she's kind of here, she's kind of sitting there, and then all of a sudden she gets really angry. And she's kind of in there, and she's kind of in this space, and so it was about like, you know, those shifts, and finding her anger helped to find the like, you know, where she sits the rest of the time. Yeah.
Sorry, that's my angel.
I believe we had a question right over here in the final.
What do you guys like about voicing your characters in Okamoto Kitchen?
Oh, I guess I'd be angry. When I got to go on the rants, that was so liberating. Like, oh god, what was it, the long tirade at the tirade, like, you know, ranting at the customers about food and everything. That was delightful. It's liberating to be angry and things sometimes, and getting to be a little mean. It's just like, it's cathartic.
Yeah.
It gets it out of your system. And then you can go, okay, yeah, I'm fine. Let's crack jokes now.
Wait, sorry, my brain is.
It was, what do you like most about voicing?
Yes. So this is more of on the directing side, but for me, I got to, and I'm not saying like I cast my friends because I feel like I'm friends with everybody, but I got to work with my friends and make like really valuable, fun memories, you know. And you just, in retrospect too, it's like I'm really grateful for that time, especially now. I haven't done in-person directing.
Wait, really? Since
Well,
when?
I kind of, that's a different story. I've had to take a step back from directing because it was too much. Which is a great problem to have.
Yeah, directing is a very time-consuming.
It takes every second, and I was like,
And the good news about the OVA is that it was like a short enough project that, you know, it was something you could really kind of really put all your time into for, I guess, the few days that it took to
Yeah.
record everyone. And then, yeah, no, especially because when I think about it, I think it was February 2020 that we recorded it. So
It was right before COVID, yeah.
It was not far from the last thing that I recorded in studio, but it was certainly in my memory the last batch of things that I recorded in
Yes.
studio. So like in hindsight too, I'm especially grateful that I got to actually go in studio for this, because if we recorded it just a month later,
yeah.
I might have had to do that from home, and you know,
we didn't
it's-
have booth staff.
yeah, I was in the process of making my booth a thing.
Crazy time.
Oh.
Crazy time.
Crazy
So much time has passed since then. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
We don't talk about time.
We don't want to talk about it. Any other questions? Anyone else? Oh yes,
in the back.
Usagi.
Allegra talked about this a little you find out about the truck original? Like, what made you want to work on this project?
Oh, how did I? I feel like I've just known it forever now.
We did originally, I'm gonna, for a second, just speak for Cristina. We did a casting.
I remember that.
We basically, and there are a couple ways. So the casting we did was just very simple lines. They were fast, but I think we had about 150, 160 voice actors submit demos, and we listened to every single one.
Wow.
There were, I think, 3 or 4 people that got past the first phase. One of them, Cristina, another one, Kaylee Mills, and there are 2 other people. And then...
Was it a demo submission from in the first
it was,
place?
yeah. And then we had a second wave, and the second wave you had to go from English to Japanese really, really fast, you know, because Haru's obviously a Japanese character, she's, you know, predominantly Japanese, so if we get to do more, obviously she's going to be speaking Japanese in certain parts. We couldn't have somebody that, you know, is not capable of speaking Japanese realistically. And again, I mean, I think it was only Kaylee and Cristina that were able to get past, you know, it was just incredible. But I had not known, you know, I'm not familiar with too many American voice actors at that point, but, and everybody said, oh yeah, Cristina V, she's amazing. And I literally got to listen for myself out of 160 people how amazing she really was.
Wow, I didn't know that part. I try not to think about the numbers because if I hear that, I'm like, oh, yeah, what?
When you think about just like on an average audition, like how many people must submit for literally anything that we've, you know, booked for sure, but just in general, like.
It's given me a lot of perspective, like casting, because
Oh, yeah.
we'll get like 70 to 100 submissions, and I only go to like a few agencies that I really like.
Mhm.
But out of those, you just...
You go right again?
Who's your agent? Dean.
Yes, good, yes.
But out of those, you can just hear right away, like, there are just some people who, I don't know how, this is why part of the reason why I don't direct, because I don't know how to describe it, but a lot of people, like if there's a line, like just imagine a literal line, and they'll just say it like this. But then there are the people who like color outside the line,
Yeah.
and their reads are like this, and they have peaks and valleys, and they're colorful, and they're playful, and they're just...
And also in each line, finding levels to each line as opposed to...
They're just, they're like alive in it, and when you narrow it down from like those 70 to 100, those people who are really alive in the moment, it's maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the other interesting thing, and this is a general industry note in general, you never get the feedback. So
No.
like, you could be top 3 50 times, and you never find out. You never get that feedback, you never find out. And then sometimes, occasionally, I've had this happen, a client has basically gone crazy and been like, man, she's been like top 2 so many times, but it hasn't lined up. We just gotta bring her in for something. Eventually a client can go crazy and be like, we've been so impressed consistently, but it's never lined up. So like you kind of have to trust that, you know, you're still doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, stand by your word, et cetera, et cetera. But
Yeah. That's the job.
the long answer to that. Anything, do we have time for one more question?
We have time for one more
One
question.
more question. In the back, yeah.
All the way back.
All the way. Hello. You must yell.
Speak up, sir, please. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, I just, you're all the way
There's
back
also a
here, all the way
microphone
up
over
there.
there that will help. Yeah. Yay. Microphones are fun. We work at microphones all the time.
So,
Hi.
unfortunately I came late, so I'm not sure if you answered this already, but I wanted to know how long was the production process starting from pre-production all the way to post?
Oh, no, we didn't answer that question.
Good question. This is sort of an unfair question because COVID basically killed us for a good year.
Yeah.
We could have shaved easily a year off of it had it not been for what happened. I would say about 2.5 years legit.
Yeah.
However, your standard anime, you have like a huge company of like 60, 70 animators. We had, this is the entire team on screen right now that did all the keyframes out of, for 500 shots. All the compositing was done by just me, so I composited 500 shots by myself. I did about 200 backgrounds by myself, and Yeah, it was really tough. It's not really it's not really usual, but we had a small budget and I wanted to make it cool enough to like get the story across where people don't, you know, get jarred by the visuals. I'm hoping that maybe in the future we get to do more and then we could actually bring like a real production crew on. Trust me, I like working, but you know, I want to have some help.
Yes.
2.5 years, that's the short answer. Sorry about the long answer.
So yeah, we started, recording was February 2020. The Kickstarter ran when?
The Kickstarter actually started in January. It ended in around, I think, June. And then we were basically just getting everything in gear with...
Of 2020 or?
End of 2019.
End of 2019.
And basically, at that point, we were starting on the writing. The writing took about like 3 months with the script. Once we had the script, we started just starting creating CG assets and you know, blocking out shots and whatnot. And then we got the script to Cristina. I believe around early 2020, she's got everybody on the horn lined up to do the studio work. It wasn't everything, but it was a good chunk of it. And then COVID hit, and I finished the previs around summer 2020, and the first part, the Kickstarter, was actually animated by Studio Engi. They had agreed already to do this series. But what happened between early 2019 and mid-2020 is, since COVID was such a shock, nobody knew what was going to happen, pretty much every single studio in Japan got tied up with work for like 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
And Engi, they apologized to me profusely. They said, "I'm sorry, we can't take this project anymore because we're pretty much booked for the next 2 to 3 years." But being incredible Japanese people that they are, they felt it a responsibility to find a studio to do it for us.
That's really
they looked around. What's that?
That's really sweet of them.
They were amazing. They took about 5 to 6 months, and they found Magic Bus. And Magic Bus, again, they're a legendary studio. Everybody knows, you know, Mappa Trigger, you know, Production IG, all those guys that are popular now. Magic Bus has been around since like before I was born. And that's, you know, I'm old, so you know that's a long time. But yeah, that's.
I mean, like what? You're 30.
She is very kind. Very kind.
We are getting the times up over there. Thank you, Becca. Yes, thank
Okay,
you. Yes, quick giveaway, yeah?
Please.
Oh, thank you for coming. I'll be at my booth.
Yeah, I'll be at my booth. Oh, wait, shoot, I had a message from the booth. I'm not signing in the regular area. I am signing at the Firstborn Collectibles booth, which is
Firstborn
761.
Collectibles.
So Firstborn Collectibles 761, if you want to come by and say hi, I should be there in like 20 minutes or so.
Okay, we got 5 easy questions to give away the posters, and then we got 1 question to give away, honey. So anybody, if you're interested, raise your hand. I'm going to pick somebody random out of the audience. Okay, you? Okay, the question is, name one of the enemy food trucks.
Friendly Burger.
There we go.
Yeah! Can I name my favorite of the food trucks? The enemy food trucks? Or is that?
I'll give you a poster later.
Okay. My favorite is Gamer Grub, and I was very upset when they got tackled over.
I like the sexy, what was it, sexy noodles?
Sexy.
All right, wait.
Ramen.
Okay, we got some more.
The Italians.
Okay, 1 more person. Name another food truck.
Prince of Ramen.
Okay, here we go. Come on up, sir.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, we got 1 more food truck, and that's actually a poster. And I'm not going to show what shirt I'm wearing because that's going to be a giveaway. So right over there.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Sexy spaghetti.
Sexy spaghetti. Come on up.
Yeah.
And then we got 1 more from anywhere else. Anybody? Right over there, ladies.
The French ramen.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Come on up, you guys.
The other one was Player Bun, was it?
Player Bun, yeah, that was it.
And then what was the name of the Mexican food truck with the healthy horchata?
Yeah, help
I was offended on what planet does horchata taste bad? I just want to know.
Now, before they kick us out, we want to have Honey go home with somebody. So I just need somebody who's interested. Who wants to take Honey home? And I have one question for you. How did Honey cure beast mode?
Melon soda.
There we go.